All right, well, 90 for 9, I'm Angelina. I have a rising star with me who recreated the alphabet in the best way. Gayle, how are you?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Just off the bat, the first single with Atlantic, abcdefu is blowing up. Did you write this one?
I did write it.
Okay, I feel like with a lot of songwriters, like they could write about things that maybe, they necessarily haven't gone through. What was the inspiration behind this one? Like, was it personal?
It's very personal, yeah. I mean, I wrote the song with Sarah Davis and Dave Pittenger, some of my favorite people to make music with. And Sarah's my best friend. We've been writing since I was 12 and she was 15. And so we have been writing for like a really long time together. And I was in this relationship. And like, long story short, like I didn't even break up with him because I thought he was like a bad person. Like I genuinely, it just like wasn't working out. But there's always like subtle digs he would have in the relationship where he just like wasn't, like when you're in something you don't know you're being manipulated or gaslighted.
That was
Like,
what he said. Yeah, like
yeah. Like when you're in it, you don't know. And then when I started getting out of it, I was just like, wow, like I acted in ways that I never thought I would act just because he made me act out of guilt. Or like, damn, he really did pressure me into doing something I didn't always particularly want to do. Or like, well, wow, he made me feel these ways when like I didn't have to feel that way. And but because like we got to a good point, honestly, in our friendship where I wouldn't even call it like a good point. We just like talked consistently. Like I'll talk to him every 2 to 3 weeks and call him for like an hour or two. That's like my perfect dream with an ex, right? Like
I'll
we
just
break
have
up, we have some space, and then we like call each other every like 2 to 3 weeks, catch up on each other's lives. And like he could talk to me about his girlfriend and I wouldn't care. I genuinely wouldn't. I'd be like, and we wouldn't go into details, but I'd be like, oh, how's your girlfriend? Y'all are good, good. Oh, she got that job. That's it. Like I was genuinely like trying to be nice and like trying to be his friend, trying to be there for him.
girl, you're better than me.
I just like and so because of that, like we got to a really good point, but then I started like getting flashback to like the manipulation and like him gaslighting me or him pressuring me and like all these things. And like I just would kind of skip over it. My brain would be like, yeah, but that was months ago. You don't, like you're in such a good spot. Like why ruin it? Why talk badly about him? Why think badly about him when we're in such a good spot? And then I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, literally talking about our friendship. I was like, I'm so proud of us where we are in our friendship because like I don't know how this is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like we talk consistently, like we seem to be in a good spot. And she was like, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but like, he's not talking nicely about you. Like, like he literally called me a child. He was talking about how I still wanted to be with him. I was jealous of him. We were only talking to each other because like I wanted to be with him. Like it was all this shit. And I got so mad because I never ever ever tried to make him feel bad. I never tried to make him feel bad, and he tried all the time to make me feel bad. And like I tried so hard to work on our friendship and be a good person and be a good friend to him, and like all he did was end up like be talking badly about me behind my back. And then I was also pissed that it took me so long to get mad at somebody. Like I deserved to be mad from the start. I was allowed to hold them accountable for their actions, but I didn't feel like I was allowed to be angry. And like I don't know why I didn't feel that way. And I also feel like as a woman, like you're 10 times more likely to be labeled crazy or psycho or just petty and just ways that like, and I feel like if you're constantly doing that in a social way, it's going to affect your personal life too. And like, I just didn't feel like I was ever allowed to be angry, and I never allowed myself to be angry because I didn't want to be an angry person. But running away from that is literally what made me angrier,
Sounds like when you guys were like on good terms talking, you were still kind of like, man, there's still so much that I haven't said yet that still bothers me, but I'm trying to be like adults about this. And keep
like let's not talk about it. Like we're in a good spot. Why bring up
like on top? You're like, oh no.
That was it. That was literally like the camel, the camel that broke the straw's back, the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And so because of that, like I literally walked in to this writing room and I was like, I am pissed. And that's why it started like, I hate his mom, I hate his sister, his job was terrible, his car was the worst, his art was shit, and I never told him, like.
Spare the dog though. I love that you spare the dog.
I can
like,
she didn't do
all of you, but him, no, you're good. Everyone else, go to hell.
Go to hell, honestly.
So does he know this song? Like, has he reached out to you afterwards after all the success about it, or?
I blocked him on everything like a while ago, like even before ABC came out, because I was just over it. I was over trying to be his friend. I was never going to get like the apology I needed. He was never going to accept me for who I was as a person. He was never going to like me as a person. He was never going to be happy for me. And like, I, for so long, tried to bring him happiness when he couldn't even do it for himself. And he'd get mad at me when I couldn't make him happy. And then I get mad at myself. And it was this cycle that I was in for so long, that I punished myself for so long. Like, punishing yourself for not being able to make somebody happy when they can't make themselves happy.
It's
like that's the most impossible task ever. Like, yeah. Like, and it's just, I went through so much struggle and pain for him just to try and make him happy, just for him to like never be happy for me, never accept me as a person, and just talk badly behind me. Like, I was just like, I don't want you in my life anymore. Like, I can't do this. And like, I also have the right to be angry and talk about my own personal experiences about my relationship with you.
And get out of it.
Yeah. And obviously, like,
he had to have heard it though. He has to be like, man, that's my Craigslist couch.
And obviously, like, I would never say like personal details about his life and like where he is now, just to be like respectful. I will still try and be a decent human being to some extent, but
well, I'm glad you let it out. I have to say, when I first heard this song, I noticed like so many different elements. Like, it could be alternative. It's got like some pop sounds in there.
Yeah.
Even creating this, was that kind of your vision, like for what it was going to sound like?
So that was the thing. ABC took like a year to produce because it just was so hard to figure out the direction of it. Because it could like, and that's why I think there's also like, there's so many alternate versions of ABC, because there's one that could like have more electric guitars and louder drums and more crowd vocals, but then there's one that can like be a little bit poppier, and then there's one that can like be more chill or be more acoustic. And so I think, the biggest challenge was finding the right amount of something that can like fit in like an alternative space, but could also like raise its hand in pop music. And just kind of figuring out like a good in between the two.
I think that's so dope. And that makes me want to like know, what are some like big artists that are inspirations to you?
Yeah, I mean, okay, wait, I'm going to look this up because I'm just going on my Spotify to really make sure that this is.
Did you get your app up?
Okay, wait. Obviously Julie Michaels is like a big inspiration for me. The Strokes have been a really big inspiration for me recently. They were so good.
Peppers, I like really want to see them.
Dominic Fike is really good. I really love his stuff.
Nice.
Like current Winnetka Bowling League is also one that's really good. Upsall is a big inspiration. She's really sick. Jeremy Zucker's new stuff is great. Royal and the Serpent, her stuff is.
So I need to write some of this down. I'm like, you're putting me on.
What Leg is a new band I just found. They have this one song called Chase Lounge, and like it's really weird, but it's really good. No, it's so good. And then also like Abby the Nomad, just like artists that like do their thing, just like do what they want and then like worry about the label of it later. But also like big inspiration for me in the beginning of my music career was like Aretha Franklin.
Oh, wow.
Like, a really big inspiration for me. She's the reason why I'm doing music. She's the reason why I wanted to sing in the first place. Like, and then obviously I would in no way say my music is like Aretha or Aretha 2.0. I feel like it'd be disrespectful to try and compare my stuff to what she does and what she did. But she was a huge inspiration for me. I mean, still is, and then it kind of grew on musically, but it started with Aretha.
Yes, I mean the song's so dope. On my TikToks, I basically just like record myself doing radio breaks, and every time like everyone's commenting like, I forgot how to say the ABCs. Like your song is literally the most requested on my page. Everyone like, it's so good. It really does feel like, you know, I'm not even going through a breakup, and I feel like I need to be going through a breakup. I'm just like, F you. Like
You're the worst.
no, I love it. So what's next? I know you're soaking in like all the success with this, but what's next for Gayle?
Next year in the first month, if I get my shit together, which I think I might,
Do that.
next in January, you'll be seeing a new song.
For the new year.
New year, and then hopefully, kind of earlier beginning of the year, you'll be seeing a body of work come out.
Okay, that's what I was really going for. Okay. I'm super excited. Until then, I got ABC on repeat.
I love it. I love it.
Out.
Wait, what'd you say?
Also saying thanks so much for hanging out.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I've been seeing your TikToks and like been seeing my song, and I'm like, oh my God, that's me. That's my song. Like, what?
It's the most requested. I tried to do other songs, and everyone's just like, can you play Gayle again? All right, well, I really appreciate you hanging out. I'm so excited for what's next for you.
Thank you for being so lovely. I really appreciate you.